Chosen one, put your phone down, not in a second, not when this thought finishes. Right now, close the other tabs, turn off the background noise, silence the notifications. This message did not find you by accident. This timing is not random. This pull you felt to click, to watch, to listen. It was not curiosity. It was a summons, and what heaven is about to reveal cannot be heard through distraction. It cannot be received while multitasking. It cannot penetrate a mind that is divided. So before we go one word further, take a breath. A real one. Let it fill your lungs completely. Hold it there for 3 seconds. Now, release it slowly. Did you feel that? The shift in the air around you. The sudden weight in the room. The way your chest opened just slightly, like a door unlocking from the inside. That was not physical. That was spiritual. That was the atmosphere changing because you just gave heaven permission to speak. And what it is about to say, chosen one, is not for everyone. It is for you. Before we begin, if you are feeling this pull, if something inside you is already stirring, do me one thing. Tap that like button right now, hit subscribe, and here is why. When you do that, you tell the algorithm that this message matters. You help it reach the next chosen one who has been scrolling, searching, praying for a sign. You become part of the delivery system heaven is using to wake people up. So don't wait until the end. Do it now. Because this isn't just content, this is a spiritual broadcast, and you are being asked to amplify it. Now listen closely. God has been watching you wrestle with something lately, not a small thing, not a surface issue, something deep, something that has made you question your path, your timing, your worth. You have been wondering why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why the breakthrough you prayed for seems delayed, why your life looks nothing like what you envisioned. And in those late-night moments, when the doubts creep in and the silence feels too heavy, you have asked the question that terrifies every chosen one. Did I miss it? Did I make the wrong choice? Is God even still with me, chosen one? Hear this with every fiber of your being. You did not miss anything. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. What you are experiencing right now is not delay, it is preparation. What feels like silence is not absence, it is focus. What looks like isolation is not rejection, it is protection. And what seems like nothing happening is actually everything aligning. God has not stepped back, He has stepped in, and He cleared the room so you could hear what comes next without interference. Let me tell you something the enemy does not want you to understand. When God is about to elevate you to a level that will shift not just your life, but the lives of everyone connected to you, He does not do it publicly. He does it in private. He does not announce it on social media. He does not let your critics see it coming. He does not even let you see the full picture yet. Because if you knew how big this next chapter was, you would tell people, and the moment you tell people who are not aligned with your assignment, you give them access to sabotage what has not fully formed yet. That is why God has had you in this strange season of silence. Not because you are irrelevant, but because you are being set apart. Here is what has been happening behind the scenes while you thought nothing was moving. God has been removing people, not because they were bad people, but because they were the wrong people. They served a purpose in your previous season, but they have no clearance for where you are going. Their energy would slow you down. Their opinions would confuse you. Their limitations would become your ceiling. So God did not ask your permission. He did not send you a memo. He just quietly shifted them out of proximity, and you felt it. You felt the distance grow. You felt the conversations dry up. You felt the connections fade, and part of you wondered, what did I do wrong? Nothing, chosen one. You did nothing wrong. You just outgrew the environment. And now, heaven is building you a new one. But here is the part that might sting a little before it strengthens you. Some of the people God removed, they are not coming back. They were meant for a chapter, not the whole book. They were assigned to walk with you through the valley, not climb with you to the mountain. And if you keep looking back, waiting for them to return, you will miss the new tribe that is already being prepared to meet you. Stop romanticizing what God already closed. Stop trying to force what heaven already released. Your next season does not need your old circle. It needs your new focus. And while we are talking about what God is removing, let's talk about what He is also stripping away from inside of you. Your need for approval, your addiction to being understood, your habit of explaining yourself to people who have already made up their minds about you, your tolerance for disrespect disguised as honesty, your pattern of shrinking so others feel comfortable, all of that gone. And you have been feeling it, have you not? The way you do not care anymore about certain opinions, the way you can sit in silence now without feeling the urge to fill it, the way you can be misunderstood and not feel the panic to correct the narrative. That is not you becoming cold. That is you becoming clear. That is wisdom replacing reaction. That is maturity installing itself in real time. And the people who benefited from the old you, the version that bent and explained and tolerated, they are uncomfortable now, because your growth is exposing their manipulation. Your peace is confronting their chaos. Your boundaries are revealing their entitlement. Let them be uncomfortable. That discomfort is not your responsibility to fix. Now, chosen one, I need you to pay very close attention to this next part, because it is going to unlock something you have been trying to figure out for months. You have been feeling a pull to walk away from environments that used to feel like home, a pull to distance yourself from conversations that used to energize you, a pull to stop engaging with people who used to have full access to your time, your energy, your emotions. And you have been wondering, am I being cold? Am I being selfish? Am I running from something I should be facing? No, you are not running. You are ascending. And ascension requires altitude. You cannot rise while holding on to weights. You cannot fly while dragging anchors. You cannot step into the fullness of who you are becoming while carrying people who refuse to grow. God is not asking you to abandon anyone. He is asking you to honor the shift, to respect the transition, to protect the seed of what He is planting in you. Even if that means standing alone for a season, because here is the truth that will either offend you or free you. Not everyone is supposed to go with you. Some people were only meant to go near you. They were never meant to go with you. They were sent to teach you something, to reveal something, to challenge something. But once that lesson is complete, once that season is over, their assignment ends. And if you keep trying to bring them into a chapter they were never written into, you will delay your own story. You will frustrate yourself trying to fit people into spaces they were never designed to occupy, and heaven will keep creating friction until you finally let go. So if you have been feeling that strange tension, that awkwardness, that distance with certain people, stop forcing it. Stop trying to resurrect what God already buried. Your next level does not need everyone from your last level. It just needs you whole and willing. Now, before we go deeper, if this is hitting you in a place you were not expecting, if you are feeling seen right now, I want you to do something. Drop the number 77 in the comments. Not because it is magic, not because it is ritual, but because it is a signal. A signal to yourself that you are awake. A signal to heaven that you are listening. A signal to the algorithm that this message is landing. And when you do that, you become part of a community of chosen ones who refuse to stay silent while heaven is speaking. So do not just watch. Participate. Drop that 77 right now, chosen one. Let's talk about the weight you have been carrying. Not the weight of tasks or responsibilities, the weight of other people's expectations, the weight of trying to be who they need you to be so they will finally see your value. The weight of performing, proving, explaining, justifying. That weight, it has been crushing you, has it not? You wake up tired even after a full night of sleep. You feel drained even when nothing major happened. You feel heavy even though you are doing everything right. And you have been blaming yourself, thinking something is wrong with you, thinking maybe you are not strong enough, not faithful enough, not resilient enough. Stop. There is nothing wrong with you. You are just carrying a load you were never meant to carry. You are trying to manage perceptions you were never meant to control. You are bending yourself into shapes that do not fit your design, all because you believed that love required you to shrink. That acceptance required you to perform. That belonging required you to hide. But here is what God is saying to you right now. Enough. Put it down. All of it. The need to be understood by people who have already decided not to understand you. The need to be celebrated by people who only clap when you are convenient. The need to be included in spaces that make you feel invisible. Put it down. And when you do, when you finally release that weight, you are going to feel something you have not felt in a long time. Lightness, clarity, freedom, not because your circumstances changed, but because your posture did. Not because people finally got it, but because you finally stopped needing them to. And that shift, chosen one, that shift from needing validation to simply being valid, that is the shift that changes everything. Because once you stop performing for an audience that will never be satisfied, you start living for the one who already is. Once you stop trying to prove your worth to people who refuse to see it, you start walking in the worth that was already given to you before you were even born. And once you make that turn, once you truly make that turn, there is no going back. You cannot unsee what you have seen. You cannot unknow what you now know. You cannot shrink back into a version of yourself that you have already outgrown. Let me tell you what the enemy has been trying to do. He has been whispering lies disguised as logic. He has been planting doubts disguised as discernment. He has been stirring anxiety disguised as preparedness. And his goal is simple. If he can keep you confused, he can keep you stuck. If he can keep you second-guessing, he can keep you from stepping forward. If he can keep you focused on what is not happening, he can distract you from what is. He does not need to destroy you. He just needs to delay you, because he knows that your timing is tied to someone else's breakthrough. He knows that when you step into your season, it triggers a domino effect. It activates assignments, it releases provision, it unlocks doors for people who are connected to you, people you have not even met yet. So he attacks your confidence. He magnifies your mistakes. He amplifies the voices of your critics. He makes small setbacks feel like catastrophic failures. Why? Because if you believe you are disqualified, you will disqualify yourself. You will step back before heaven even has a chance to push you forward. You will retreat before the battle even begins. But chosen one, I need you to hear this with absolute clarity. You are not disqualified. Your past does not disqualify you. Your mistakes do not disqualify you. Your season of waiting does not disqualify you. What disqualifies people is not their imperfection. It is their refusal to let God redeem it. It is their insistence on hiding instead of healing. It is their choice to stay in shame instead of stepping into grace. And you have not been hiding. You have been healing. You have not been running. You have been rebuilding. You have not been stalling. You have been strengthening. And every moment you spent in that quiet, uncomfortable, lonely season, you were not wasting time. You were being forged. Now let's talk about what is about to happen. And I need you to lock in for this, because what I am about to say is going to sound too good to be true. But it is not too good. It is just true. God is about to vindicate you publicly for what you endured privately. He is about to open doors you did not even know existed. He is about to connect you with people who will accelerate in one conversation what would have taken you years to build alone. He is about to release resources that seemed impossible last week. He is about to shift circumstances that seemed permanent last month. He is about to expose lies that seemed believable last year. And he is going to do it in a way that leaves no room for doubt, no room for debate, no room for anyone to take credit except him. But here is the condition. You have to stay in position. You have to stay obedient even when it does not make sense yet. You have to stay quiet even when you want to defend yourself. You have to stay focused even when distractions are loud. You have to stay aligned even when the path looks lonely. Because the moment you step out of alignment, you step out of the flow. And when you step out of the flow, you delay the release, not because God is punishing you, but because his timing is tied to your obedience. His movement is tied to your stillness. His vindication is tied to your trust. So, if you are in that in-between space right now, that space where the old has ended, but the new has not fully begun, do not panic. Do not force it. Do not manufacture something just because the silence feels uncomfortable. Stay in the pause. Stay in the preparation. Stay in the process. Because what God is building in you during this waiting season is more valuable than what you are waiting for. He is not just preparing a blessing. He is preparing you to sustain it. He is not just opening a door. He is making sure you are ready to walk through it without losing yourself on the other side. Chosen one, let me be very direct with you. Some of you have been struggling with guilt. Guilt over boundaries you set. Guilt over people you had to release. Guilt over opportunities you had to decline. Guilt over rest you finally took. And that guilt, it has been eating at you, making you question whether you did the right thing. Let me end that question right now. You did. If setting that boundary gave you peace, it was right. If releasing that person gave you clarity, it was right. If declining that opportunity gave you rest, it was right. If taking that break gave you strength, it was right. You do not owe anyone an explanation for choosing yourself after spending years choosing everyone else. You do not owe anyone access just because they are used to having it. You do not owe anyone your energy just because they feel entitled to it. Stop apologizing for evolving. Stop feeling bad for outgrowing what no longer serves you. Stop carrying guilt for honoring what God has been whispering to you in the quiet. The people who are meant to stay will adjust. The people who are meant to leave will resist. And the quicker you make peace with that, the quicker you will step into the freedom you have been praying for. Now, I want to shift gears for a moment and talk about something that is happening right now that you might not even realize. While you have been in this season of isolation, while you have been feeling forgotten, overlooked, invisible, God has been positioning you, not just spiritually, but strategically. He has been moving pieces on a board you cannot see. He has been having conversations on your behalf in rooms you are not in. He has been opening doors you did not even knock on. He has been planting seeds you did not even sow. And very soon you are going to walk into rooms and people are going to already know your name. You are going to receive opportunities you did not apply for. You are going to see provision show up from sources you did not expect. And when it happens, when it all starts happening, you are going to look back at this season and understand why the isolation was necessary, why the silence was sacred, why the waiting was not wasted. Because chosen one, you were never forgotten. You were being hidden. Hidden so you could be protected. Hidden so you could be prepared. Hidden so that when you are finally revealed, the impact will be undeniable and the timing will be unstoppable. Let's talk about your enemies for a second. And yes, I said enemies, not because you are at war with people, but because there are forces actively working against your progress. There are voices actively speaking against your name. There are people actively hoping you fail. I know that sounds harsh. I know it is uncomfortable to admit, but pretending they do not exist does not make them go away. It just makes you vulnerable. So, let's name it. Let's call it what it is. There are snakes in your circle. There are people who smile to your face but celebrate your struggles behind your back. There are individuals who ask how you are doing, not because they care, but because they want information they can use later. There are energies around you that are not neutral. They are hostile. And for a long time, you gave them the benefit of the doubt. You made excuses for their behavior. You convinced yourself you were being paranoid. But deep down, you felt it. You felt the shift. You felt the envy. You felt the resistance. And God has been allowing you to feel it so you would finally stop ignoring it. So you would finally stop giving access to people who are assigned to your downfall. But here is what you need to understand. Those people, those snakes, they are not your responsibility to expose. They are not your assignment to confront. They are not your burden to fix. God is handling them. And He is handling them in a way that will leave no confusion about who was right and who was wrong. He is going to let them expose themselves. He is going to let their own actions reveal their true intentions. He is going to let their own words trap them. And when it happens, when the mask finally falls off and everyone sees what you have been seeing all along, you will not need to say a word. The truth will speak for itself. So, stop defending yourself to people who have already made up their minds about you. Stop trying to prove your character to people who are determined to misunderstand you. Stop wasting energy on battles that God has already won on your behalf. Your job is not to fight. Your job is to stay focused, to stay obedient, to stay in position, and let God do what only He can do. Chosen one, if you are still here, if you are still listening, that means something. It means this message was meant for you. It means heaven orchestrated this moment. It means you are exactly where you are supposed to be. So before we go any further, I need you to do something. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Because messages like this do not show up by accident. They show up because you are in a season where you need constant reminders of who you are and whose you are. And if this resonated with you, share it. Send it to that one person who came to your mind while you were listening. because they need to hear this just as much as you did. And when you share it, you become part of the assignment. You become part of the delivery system heaven is using to wake people up. Now let's talk about the shift you are about to experience. And I do not mean a small shift. I do not mean a slight adjustment. I mean a complete recalibration of your life. The relationships that have felt heavy are about to either heal or dissolve. The doors that have been closed are about to either open or be replaced with better ones. The confusion that has clouded your mind is about to lift. The fog is about to clear, and you are going to see with a clarity you have never had before. You are going to know who is for you and who is against you. You are going to know what to pursue and what to release. You are going to know when to speak and when to stay silent. And that discernment, that razor-sharp discernment, is going to become your greatest weapon. But here is what you need to prepare for. Not everyone is going to celebrate this shift. Not everyone is going to be happy that you are stepping into clarity, because your clarity exposes their confusion. Your peace confronts their chaos. Your boundaries reveal their manipulation. And the people who benefited from you being unclear, unhealed, and available, they are going to resist this new version of you. They are going to call you different. They are going to say you changed. They are going to accuse you of being distant, cold, selfish. And here is what you need to say to that. Nothing. Say nothing. Let them think what they want. Let them say what they need to say. You do not owe them an explanation. You do not owe them an apology. You do not owe them access to a version of you that you have already outgrown. The truth is, you did change, and you should be proud of that. Change means growth. Change means evolution. Change means you refuse to stay stuck in a version of yourself that no longer serves you. So when they say you are not the same, smile and say thank you, because you are not, and you will never be again, chosen one. I want to talk to you about your voice, not your physical voice, but the voice inside you that has been whispering truths you have been too afraid to speak out loud. The voice that has been telling you to walk away from that situation. The voice that has been warning you about that person. The voice that has been pulling you toward that new path. That voice, it is not anxiety. It is not fear. It is not paranoia. It is the voice of God. And He has been speaking to you clearly, consistently, constantly. But you have been second-guessing it because it does not align with what other people think you should do. You have been ignoring it because it feels too risky, too uncomfortable, too uncertain. But chosen one, that voice has never led you wrong. Every time you ignored it, you regretted it. Every time you followed it, things worked out even when they did not make sense at first. So this is your permission slip. Stop second-guessing what you already know. Stop asking for confirmation from people who do not have the discernment to see what you see. Stop waiting for external validation of an internal knowing. That voice is your compass. That voice is your guide. That voice is God, giving you real-time direction. And the more you honor it, the louder it becomes. The more you follow it, the clearer it gets. But the moment you start compromising that inner voice to please outer voices, you lose your way. You lose your peace. You lose your power. So make a decision right now. From this moment forward, you are going to trust what you know. You are going to honor what you feel. You are going to follow what you hear, even if no one else understands it, even if no one else agrees with it, even if no one else supports it, because this is your life, this is your assignment, this is your path, and no one else has to walk it but you. Let me tell you what is on the other side of your obedience. Freedom. Not the kind of freedom that comes from having no responsibilities, but the kind of freedom that comes from having no regrets. The kind of freedom that comes from knowing you honored what God whispered, even when the crowd shouted something different. The kind of freedom that comes from choosing your peace over their approval. And once you taste that freedom, once you really taste it, you will never go back to bondage. You will never again sacrifice your clarity for their comfort. You will never again shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. Chosen one, your isolation was intentional. Your waiting was not wasted. Your silence was strategic. And your breakthrough is not just coming. It is already here. It is already in motion. It is already unfolding. You just have not seen the fullness of it yet. But you will. Very soon, you will. And when you do, when you finally see what God has been building while you have been waiting, you are going to fall to your knees in gratitude. You are going to weep not from pain, but from relief. You are going to understand why every door had to close, why every person had to leave, why every plan had to fall apart. Because it was all making room for something bigger, something better, something that actually aligns with who you are becoming. So do not give up now. Do not quit in the fourth quarter. Do not walk away right before the breakthrough. Stay in position, stay in faith, stay in alignment, because what is coming is worth every tear you cried, every night you could not sleep, every moment you felt alone. It is all about to make sense. And when it does, you will not just survive this season. You will look back and realize it was the season that saved you. Now, before you leave this moment, I want you to do something powerful. Type Amen in the comments. Not out of tradition, not out of habit, but as a declaration that you heard what heaven just spoke, a declaration that you are choosing to believe it even when you cannot see it yet. A declaration that you are staying in position no matter how long it takes. Because when you declare it, you activate it. When you speak it, you release it. When you agree with what God is saying, you align yourself with what God is doing. So type Amen. Share this message. Subscribe if you have not, and get ready. Because chosen one, your season is shifting, and nothing will ever be the same again.